Friends School community acknowledges Tasmanian Aboriginal peoples as the traditional custodians and owners of this island, the Chiwita Chiwana. As a learning community, we recognise the value of continuing Aboriginal knowledge and cultural practice, which helps inform our understanding of history, culture and country. We pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging. We acknowledge the strength and resilience of all Tasmania's First Peoples, and we walk alongside them respectfully bearing witness.
Welcome everyone to this evening's Farrall Centre 10th anniversary celebration. Ella and I would like to welcome you on behalf of our students, staff and wider community to acknowledge and celebrate the impact that this building has had on our school, its people and the things that we've been able to achieve.
Over the past decade, the Farrall Centre has seen thousands of students pass through its doors for music, cooking, assemblies, collects, quiz nights and an array of other wonderful shared events which have brought our community together.
Tonight, as a representation of the wide array of uses this building has, we have performances from students and alumni who are pursuing the performing arts. Additionally, our foyer is filled with art from our high school art students, and there are gifts from our vocational education and training students for you to take home when you leave.
Please remember tonight, in the event of emergency, please follow the direction of the venue manager and staff. If we need to evacuate the centre, please move slowly and carefully outside to the top oval. Please stay calm and follow directions.
Additionally, this evening, the entire event will be filmed and photographed, so there's no need to take photos on phones or cameras tonight. The recordings made this evening by our events team will be shared with our community at a later date.
When we think about why the Farrall Centre matters to us, a variety of things come to mind, like how us Morris students utilise the space each Monday for our assemblies, the Year 6 exhibition and for choir practices.
And in Clemes, our students get to enjoy hearing from the Youth Migrant Education Centre in a day of interactive workshops educating us on what it's like to be a migrant, which is held in this space. Or we get to come to the Farrall Centre to hear from engaging guest speakers like Auntie Patsy Cameron and Tim McCormack when we held our Peter Underwood Peace Lecture not many weeks ago here.
The Farrall Centre is a place for us to come together, and that's exactly what we'd like to do tonight. So enjoy the music, refreshments, food and speakers, and the company around you this evening.
And to all of our wonderful community members who made this space a possibility, many of whom are in the room tonight, we thank you. Thank you for allowing us a space in which so much more than just assemblies, gatherings or collects can happen.
a hard act to follow. Fantastic. Welcome, everyone. It's so lovely to see so many people here this evening, people who have spent a fair portion of their lives contributing to the well-being of the school and the educating of the students here at Friends. I'd like to thank our student speakers and those who have performed and those yet to perform here this evening as we celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Farrall Center. What a wonderful way to celebrate, us being together, while in many other parts of the world, and in fact the country tonight, the pandemic continues to impose severe restrictions on communities gathering in one place. I'd like to especially thank Sophie Muller from the class of 2017, who has flown from Sydney prior to the restrictions currently in place, where she studies at Sydney Conservatorium of Music, and she'll sing for us later this evening. As we sit here, we're entertained and have the opportunity to reflect over the past 10 years, I hope we can stop and take a look around at this beautiful place. The wood, the workmanship of the facility, the form, the function, and flexibility of this space provides us as a venue to put into action the purpose and concerns. As a learning community, we are concerned for the academic, cultural, physical, social, emotional, and spiritual development of each person in our care. While we as an institution could achieve these goals without the Farrall Center, the center significantly enhances our ability to foster a sense of community and collaboration throughout the school, as well as development of these opportunities for students. This evening, we are highlighting the cultural, social, emotional, perhaps spiritual aspects, but because of the center's functionality, all components are addressed. David Shaka, the Farrall Center's manager, who does such a fantastic job, has mentioned that in a normal week there are 25 different school events in here, prompting the seating system to be moved in and out at least 6 times per week on average. In 2019, before the pandemic, the school hosted 30 community groups ranging from choirs, the Tasmanian Youth Orchestra, other youth groups, speech competitions, refugee groups, and to music recording sessions, since this venue has the well-earned reputation as the best place in Tasmania to record live music. Academically, the center supports learning through providing space for staff professional learning, Brain Week, parent learning conferences, exploration of light by Morris students, VET classes, and the Year 6 IB exhibition, to name only a few. Culturally, as we've seen this evening's experience, an example along with many student concerts, daily music tutoring, musical theater, in addition to our community cultural connections. The social and emotional experiences are vast. Alumni reunions, staff dinners and social events, quiz nights, grandparents' day. Yes, the Year 12 formal dinner and dance. Last year we would not have been able to hold it in any other place, but we'd already had planned for it here at the Farrall Center. These are just a few that come to mind. And our attention to the spiritual development is not missed either, with some of the most poignant student gatherings I've ever attended have taken place here in the Farrall Center. The school has also hosted Australian Quakers' yearly meeting twice in the past 6 years. I'm fairly certain that early friends would not have approved of the dancing, art, and musical productions that we see as essential to learning and hold so dear. Early Quakers felt that art and theater were produced without truthfulness and therefore without integrity. Pretending to be someone other than who you really are was construed as not living with integrity. Painted portraits were shunned by Quakers because they showed people as they wanted to look rather than how they really were. Silhouettes, however, of early Quakers were deemed acceptable. Quakers were vain, just not with painting. It was not really until the early 19th century that Quakers recognized God's hand through the beauty of creation in the world around us, through landforms, animals, plants, flowers, and then slowly extended to all forms of beauty, of art, and the creative process. One reason that Quaker universities in the United States were started around this time was for young friends to study the sciences more intently, to understand truth more fully in God's creation. Ernest Unwin, the principal in the early 1900s, understood the spirituality of art and of the creative process. He enhanced the arts here at school while he was principal. From the book, This We Can Say, Australian Quaker Life, Faith and Thought, Unwin is quoted as saying, "I believe art is necessary for everyone and not a luxury for the few. Art is an essential part of the trinity of life's values. There are 3 spiritual values, and 3 only: goodness, truth, and beauty. And these 3 values are interwoven into the fabric of our personalities." Many people came together in the development of the Farrall Center, and has always been the case here at the Friends School since its very beginning in 1887. Without the community working together, the school would never have come a reality. There are many people to thank who oversaw the Farrall Center from concept to completion. John Green, principal of the Friends School at the time, Robin McLean, presiding member of the Board of Governors, Bill Godfrey and James Cretan, who served as consecutive presiding members of the Executive Committee, Karen Davis, convener of the President of Future Facilities Committee of the Board, Nick Hutton, I know is here this evening as well, the school's commercial manager, who was responsible for the oversight of the construction, the architects, IDW Architecture, who were able to understand the school's culture and needs in order to translate that into this project, and to the builders. And talking about the builders, Fair Brothers, who brought the lines on paper to a finished product, the facility we're sitting in. Steve McQueenie, who served as the school's development manager, brought the community together in partnership with many of the contributors that are here this evening. I was hoping we can give each other a round of applause for the roles that you played in making the Farrall Center reality. There are also those who are no longer with us, who were unable to be here for other reasons to join us this evening, but played a key and central role in the development of the Farrall Center. I hope at this time we can pause for a moment of silence to remember them. Thank you. The Farrall Center is a cornerstone of the Friends School, and the Friends School is a cornerstone of Hobart. Indeed, the school's impact well beyond Tasmania. It is difficult to imagine the Friends School without the Farrall Center. We are also thankful for those who identified the need and acted to bring this facility to reality. Facilities alone cannot build values, but having the appropriate tools and facilities available can help build and support the values that we cherish. Chief among these is community. We live, work, learn, laugh, and thrive in community, and the Farrall Center assists us to do so. I'd like to finish my comments this evening with a quote from one of the school's benefactors, who bequeathed a portion of her estate to the school, Frances Parsons. The Frances Parsons Bursary supports one regional student at a time with assistance towards boarding fees. The school remains ever thankful to all those who can contribute however they can. Frances is also quoted in the book, This We Can Say. She writes to connect the power of art and spirituality. It isn't just a question of being artistic or not. Art is a worshipful activity. It is a way of celebrating beauty. It is a form of ministry given to all of us to offer in one form or another, all valuable, which we can all receive with gratitude, be it music, poetry, painting, dance, knitting, or writing. Creativity and spirituality are very closely related. Perhaps they are the same. Thank you, everyone, for attending this evening. Lucy, Bill, the community engagement team, thank you for thinking of the celebration and organizing it. Frances Underwood, we're so pleased that you're here this evening, and thank you for coming, and the words yet to come. Over the next few moments, we'll see on the screens to be reminded of the actual construction process of this fantastic facility. Thank you very much.
Speaking of hard acts to follow. No. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Board of Governors and the entire Friends School community, I'm delighted to have the honour of presenting a plaque to commemorate the opening of the Farrall Centre 10 years ago. The Farrall Centre was opened jointly by the former Governor of Tasmania, His Excellency the Honourable Peter Underwood AC and Mrs Frances Underwood in 2011. And it's especially pleasing that Frances could be with us tonight. And Frances, I invite you to share your remarks on this special occasion.
Nelson Farrall, Craig Stevens, Stephanie and Lindsay Farrell. Peter and I were honoured to be invited in 2011 to jointly open the Farrall Centre on behalf of the Friends School community. And I'm very honoured to be invited to accept this plaque commemorating that occasion and to be attending this 10th anniversary celebratory concert. Peter and I had a close affinity with the school during Stephanie and Lindsay's co-principalship. Peter as chair of the board and Friends for the Future campaign, and myself as music teacher and head of what was then junior school. To us, naming the building the Farrall Centre was a reminder of the way Stephanie and Lindsay brought the extended Friends community together, igniting an era of enthusiasm, optimism and hope. And to me, it's a reminder of Stephanie's love of music and support for music education. And to many of us here today, it's a reminder too of how proud Susie Williams was of this building. It's said that vision is not so much the ability to predict the future, but rather a commitment to pursue possibilities. And pursuing possibilities must have been what board member and architect Karen Davies had in mind when she suggested a competition for the design. The brief was simple: create a space for the whole school together. What happened next was remarkable. All possibilities were explored. The school community contributed ideas and finance. Some ideas from the competition entrants who were paid for their designs were adopted. Specialist teachers were consulted. The fundraisers found the money with contributions from the extended Friends community and the Commonwealth. Old scholar Mark Dunbabin and Andrew Williamson of IDW won the tender. Talented builders brought it to life. And I think you will all agree that they got it right. Frankly, it's a pity that the energy, skill and inspiration of that entire team couldn't be diverted to Macquarie Point. With such collaborative input, it is no wonder that this very significant, very special space reflects the values and purpose of the school and supports the well-being of the community in so many diverse ways. The architect says, and I quote, "The building embodies a Quaker ethos of the school, a simple but confident building befitting the central role it is to play in the life of the school." But not only in the life of the school, but also, as Nelson has mentioned, in the life of the Tasmanian community. For example, the Hobart Arts community has embraced the Farrall Centre. When Steve McQueenie and Nick Hutton told me, just when I had left the school, it's all the way, isn't it, just when you've left, that the music centre I had longed for as music teacher was going to happen, I thought they were joking. But miracles do happen, or are made to happen. And I'm sure Paul Radford and the arts faculty are reaping all the benefits of the Farrall Centre being principally a centre for the creative and performing arts, as are a variety of Tasmanian arts organisations such as the TSO, the TYO and the Festival of Voices. In the words of the former principal, William Oates, education should be as much concerned with the emotions as with the intellect, with creativity as with rational thought, because the self is nurtured by the imagination, by sensitivity to truth and beauty. The Farrall Centre is a major statement that the Friends School takes creative arts and music education seriously. As an example, some time ago I observed students at different ages and stages of musical understanding and skill, working with artist-in-residence Elena Katz-Jenner, perhaps Australia's favourite and most prolific composer. Elena told me that she doesn't do composer-in-resident gigs with schools, but that Paul Radford was so insistent for so long, she gave in. And how fortunate were those students. The Farrall Centre with the windows open to the magnificent vista of Hobart, the chairs pushed back to reveal the fusion of beautiful design and innovative engineering, sparkled with student engagement, ideas, creativity, intellects and emotions converging in pursuit of musical possibilities for a collaborative composition. It was deeply moving. Before speech and language, there was music. It is often the last to go when disease erodes memory. Is it possible that music helped us survive the long evolutionary struggle for survival and still helps us manage a different sort of survival, making us feel better about life around us and about ourselves, something bigger than us? It was demonstrated over and over again during the course of the global COVID-19 lockdowns, as we sought solace and reached out in kindness to one another, that music, particularly singing, is one of the greatest unifiers of humanity. Remember the singing on the balconies for frontline workers, Andrea Bocelli singing outside the Italian hospital where people were dying, Elton John, Paul McCartney, and so many community choirs and ensembles reaching out on Zoom to connect the world and nourish the spirit with music. When Peter and I opened the centre, little did we consider the possibility that on its 10th anniversary he would no longer be with us, but that a combined 10 of our Underwood Ogilvie grandchildren would be making use of the centre and the exceptional education at the Friends School. On its 10th anniversary, the Farrall Centre has more than lived up to its potential at the heart of the community. So on behalf of the extended Friends community and all Tasmanians who enjoy the Farrall Centre, to all of you here today, I say happy 10th anniversary. Thank you to those who contributed. Thank you to those visionaries who have pursued and continue to pursue possibilities. Thank you for enabling the spirit of community and the joy of the creative and performing arts to be centre stage for our children and our grandchildren, because ultimately it's all about the students. So thank you to tonight's performers for sharing your talents with us, and thank you to the teachers who nurtured those talents. Thank you.
riff-raff, street rat, I don't buy that. If only they'd look closer, would they see a poor boy? No siree. They'd find out there's so much more to me. I'm gonna make something of myself, Ma. I don't know how exactly, but I will. Proud of your boy, I'll make you proud of your boy. Believe me, bad as I've been, Ma, you're in for a pleasant surprise. I've wasted time, I've wasted me. So say I'm slow for my age, a late boomer, okay, I agree. But someday and soon, I'll make you proud of your boy. If I can make myself taller, or smarter, or handsome, or wise, I'll do my best. What else can I do? Since I wasn't born perfect like Dad or you, Mom, I will try hard to make you proud of your boy.
When I think back to the days before the Farrall Centre, you couldn't guarantee that people would be warm enough. You'd have to compete against the sound of the elements. I remember one concert in particular where the wind was so strong that the aluminium sheeting made so much noise that we couldn't actually hear the band playing.
The Farrall Centre was being built when I was in about grade 2, I believe.
It was a bit concerning as a grade 6 student because half our playground was uplifted and the construction of the centre began. Little did I know at that time how much this place would actually mean to me.
So before the Farrall Centre came online, we had to hold concerts and other venues, particularly a gymnasium. We also had to teach on the other campus in a facility that was already under pressure.
I remember the first time coming into the centre how amazed I was at how epic it was.
I like the Farrall Centre because it brings all the classes together and you can learn what they've been learning and meet new people.
I like the Farrall Centre because you get to do lots of fun stuff on stage.
It has given me a space to show my passion with the whole community and school. The stage, the lighting, everything about that just brings a whole sense of community when I'm dancing, and I love to share my passion with the whole school.
Our music students in particular became very fortunate to be able to have their music lessons as part of such a superb music facility. And I know that the Farrall Centre is not just about music, but certainly it's really well suited to things like instrumental ensembles and choirs, but it also works really well for your rock bands and so on. It's also a tremendous space for things like recording.
A memory was when we did the Bee musical in grade 2 and I was Queen Bee. It was really fun.
I like how you can perform to quite a few people at once and then you can see the expressions on their faces, how they like it.
I'm just delighted that my children get the chance to have the experiences they get in there. It really brings community together and they get the opportunity to develop confidence when they're performing or speaking in assembly.
The Farrall Centre has allowed me to grow as a speaker, as a public speaker. Like, I was very reserved to begin with, but the opportunity to present in front of the whole school has allowed me to openly speak with a wide range of people.
So Stephanie Farrall in particular has a long history of involvement in music. So I think naming the venue after both Stephanie and Lindsay somehow recognises that contribution that Stephanie in particular has made to the musical life of the school. And it's quite significant. And I know when I leave this building and I walk past the photo over here to my right and go up those stairs and see the photo of Stephanie and Lindsay, I feel very warm in my heart and very appreciative that I can be working in an environment that's not only superbly beautiful and wonderful for music, but recognises the contribution that both Stephanie and Lindsay made to the school.
And without the Farrall Centre, it just wouldn't be possible to have that large-scale audience and experience for our performers.
It means a lot to me. I think if it wasn't for the Farrall Centre, my years at Friends wouldn't have been. It would have been great, but they would have been nowhere near as amazing as they were. I remember every morning, first place I'd come, Farrall Centre, say hello to Paul, say hello to everybody working down here, get comfy, maybe do a bit of composition. I think it was my homeroom for the majority of school for me.
With this lonely game we play, looking for the right words to say. searching but not finding understanding anyway. We're lost in a masquerade, both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. We tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Thoughts of leaving disappear each time I see your eyes, and no matter how hard I try to understand the reason why we carry on this way, we're lost in a masquerade. We tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Thoughts of leaving disappear each time I see your eyes, and no matter how I try to understand the reason why we carry on this way. We're lost in a masquerade. We're lost in a masquerade. We're lost in a masquerade. challenge to raise the consciousness of all mankind, telling it straight without a chaser, like Train the Motivator, bringing on new dimensions and fundamental vibes. So detach yourself from stress and ignite the cultural field. We're standing at the front line with a message clear for all. We've come in search of wisdom, inspiration, information. Listen and learn, talking loud and saying something about the way we live our lives today. Talking loud, saying something, generations from a rising generation. Building on solid ground foundation, complete with soul seduction. Come together and elevate your mind. What we've got, if not each other, you can lean on me, my brother, bringing on new dimensions and planetary vibe. Detach yourself from stress, ignite the cultural field. We're standing in the front line with a message clear for all. We've come in search of wisdom and inspiration, information. Listen and learn, talking loud and saying something about the way we live our lives today. Talking loud, saying something, generations from a rising generation. Talking loud and saying something about the way we live our lives today. Talking loud, saying something, generations from a rising generation. Talking loud and saying something. Talking loud, saying something, generations from a rising generation.
Thank you so much for being in attendance today. An important aspect of the Friends School is our community, and we are incredibly fortunate you could join us today. We would like to acknowledge and thank all those who participated, performed, and helped organise this event.
We are delighted to have been able to gather to celebrate this important milestone together. Communities provide familiarity, comfort, and protection. Our school motto, Nemo Sibi Nascitur, highlights this importance, translated to no one is born for self alone. Having attended nearly 10 different schools in my life, the community here at Friends has provided me with a range of people who are inclusive and have encouraged me to be the best version of myself. The Farrall Centre has given staff, students, parents, alumni, and alike, a space in which we can celebrate our passions, such as music, art, sport, language, and more, and for that we are incredibly grateful.
After coming to Friends, I feel as though I've gained new opportunities. I am looking forward to my future at Friends. Celebrating milestones such as this reminds me of the importance of getting involved with wider school communities. We have heard from so many amazing guests, participated in fun activities, and learnt so much in this space. It has been an honour to celebrate these aspects tonight. Don't forget to collect your vet student's gift as you leave. Our vocational and educational training students spend many hours in the Farrall Centre benefiting from the commercial kitchen and assisting with school events. Tonight they have prepared a gift for you, a jar of seasoned salt for you to take home. A special thank you is also due to the Morris Council, who kindly took the time to polish the brass name plaques on the chairs.
Again, we would like to thank you all for coming tonight. We wish you all a peaceful evening and will close with a moment's silence. Thank you very much.